Part 1 of this series listed 5 important metrics to monitor during enterprise social network adoption. Here are the next 5. Social reach. How many other members does the average member interact with? It's tempting to look at how many other members they choose to follow, but this stated behaviour is much less interesting than the observed behaviour of who they actually interact with. So the number of people who each member exchanges comments with is a far more useful metric. Social networks are about connecting people. If members are not commenting on or rating each other's content, they're not really being social. The optimum social reach will vary depending on a member's job. It may be as high as 100 or more, it may be much smaller. Non-engagement, the percentage of network members with zero social reach. If someone's using the social network but not interacting with other members, they're clearly not using it correctly. But even in well-established networks, there are often sizable groups with zero social reach. It's important to identify these people and encourage them to engage with other members. 0 members with no social reach should be entirely achievable. Most valued users. Whose content is most valued by other members of the network? Simply measuring the volume of contribution is, once the network has become established, not that meaningful. In the beginning, yes, what we care about is that people are using the network, but as the network becomes better established, we want to make sure they're using it correctly, and therefore quality becomes more important than quantity. This is best measured through content ratings or likes given by other members of the network. Most active communities or groups. Which departments or groups of members are contributing the most? This is useful to know because it can illustrate how other groups should be using the network. Ideally, the most active groups or communities would be focused on real business topics. It wouldn't be so good if your most active community was, for example, for discussion on favourite movies, sports teams, etc. Intergroup connectivity, the volume of communication between different groups or departments in the network. One of the objectives of most social business projects is to encourage better communication between teams. So while good connectivity inside a team is a worthwhile aim, we also want to ensure that high activity levels are not merely perpetuating departmental silos. Therefore, it's useful to measure the number and intensity of connections between members and other members outside their own department or team. We would hope to see strong connections between groups and departments, rather than isolated hubs of internal-facing activity.